You guys know I love Questrade. I've been investing with them for a decade. In fact, in my past video, I said that they changed my life, and it's true. Now, they're changing the game yet again. I was invited to their exclusive Dawn of Investing event the other day, and I can't wait to share what's coming next. Hey guys, it's Adrian here, the Canadian in a t-shirt, and today I'll be sharing my thoughts on Questrade's biggest announcement for 2025 and beyond. This has already been a record year for Questrade. Back in February, they scrapped all their commission fees and trading fees. I was blown away. That's no surprise if you've seen some of my past videos this year. I already had all the features I wanted with Questrade, and now that they've cut their fees, I was saving more money than ever. Literally, the only fee I ever pay now is a $10 flat fee to convert my Canadian cash into US dollars with NORBERT'S GAMBIT, and I do this every month. Honestly, I didn't think it could get much better than this, but I was wrong. Now that I've seen a sneak peek of what's coming up in 2026, I'm telling you, some cool things are happening that I didn't even think were possible. It reminds me of that Steve Jobs quote, "Don't give customers what they want, figure out what they will want before they do." And that's how I'm feeling right now. There's a lot to break down, but first I want to give Questrade a huge thank you for inviting me to this event and for sponsoring this video. They were my very first sponsorship ever, about 2 years ago, and I love that their team actually listens to my feedback, especially feedback I get from you guys in the comments. So if there's anything else you guys want to see, let me know down below and hopefully Questrade can make it happen. In this video, I want to focus on the upcoming changes that I am most excited for. I'll save the best one for last. Let's get this out of the way. A lot of these big announcements are tailored towards active traders, day traders, swing traders, and options traders. That's not me. You guys know I focus on long-term buy and holds. That's my investing strategy. Simple and stress-free. Just buy quality companies and let time do the work. I don't even try to play the short-term game, and I certainly don't recommend it for beginners. When it comes to day trading and options, you really need to know what you're doing. It's significantly higher risk and unpredictable in the short term, which is why I don't cover it on my channel. But if you are an active trader, you're gonna love these new changes. All of my friends in the trading world, they're super psyched with what Questrade's cooking. Things like cash secured puts, they're even available in registered accounts, the first in Canada. We've got the new Questrade Pro trading platform, level 2 trading data, candles and charts updating down to the 1 second in the new year, multi-screen support, trading hotkeys, trading pattern detection, and a new trade performance dashboard including realized gains. All of this in real time and free. I've seen the demos and it's intense. It's like a trader's playground. But if you're like me and you don't want all these bells and whistles, you don't need to change. You can keep the same look and feel with Questrade Classic. Now that's how UI changes should be done. Give you the choice to update or remain. If you want to get your hands on this early, Questrade Pro beta access opens in early December. Here's a cool one that I'm excited for, Quest Metals. Yup, you'll be able to invest in precious metals directly on Questrade, starting with gold. Until now, I've only invested in gold ETFs. They're great, don't get me wrong, but they are ETFs, so you gotta pay an annual management fee every year. With Quest Metals, I'll be able to buy actual gold, not an ETF, and I won't pay annual fees. I only pay a one-time fee when I buy it, and no storage fees. For launch, trading fees are 0% for a limited time, and after that, they've committed to the lowest trading fees for gold in Canada. In fact, I'll be able to buy gold for as little as $5, and this gold will be held for me, safe and secure at the Royal Canadian Mint. That's peace of mind. Pricing is also really competitive. Questrade sources quotes from multiple liquidity providers, so you always get the best execution pricing. Plus, I'll have access to it to buy or sell from 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday to Friday. You know me, I'm all about diversification, and now it will be easier than ever to add gold to my portfolio. Quest Metals opens in mid-December. If you want early access, there's a waitlist you can join. Sign up using the link below. You might have read the news that Questrade secured its Schedule 1 bank license. That makes Questrade the first Canadian fintech to officially become a bank. Guys, this is massive and it opens so many doors. It's still too early to share details, but think of it this way. Instead of having your bank, your cash, savings, credit card, mortgage, and investments all separate and isolated from each other, imagine if they were in the same ecosystem. you'd have a level of flexibility and money insights that were never possible before. If you're like me, a huge money nerd who loves Excel spreadsheets, yeah, I have no trouble tracking my income and expenses and calculating my net worth. I'm nerdy like that, and I say it with pride. But for an average Canadian, busy with your job, family, and life, you don't have the time to do these nitty-gritty calculations. What if you log in and in real time, you can see exactly how much money you have, how much your house is worth at this moment? Are you over budget this month? What big expenses are coming up? And give you a straight answer. How much can I invest right now? And am I on track? Now, that is thinking outside the box. I can't wait for these features in early 2026. And now we get to the big kahuna. This is the one that made my jaw drop. Custom indexing. So, what does that mean? Basically, you'll have the ability to create your own index or your own ETF, fully customized. Remember, what is an ETF? It's just a collection of stocks all bundled up together. So if you want to buy the biggest companies in the US, sure, you can buy each one individually. Buy a share of Nvidia, one share of Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon, and keep going until you get to stock number 500. Or you can buy an ETF that tracks the index, the S&P 500. Now with just one trade, you buy a little piece of all 500 of these companies. Amazing. But there are two problems. One, you don't have any customization. You don't get to pick which companies are in that pool of 500. And you can't pick and choose how much to invest in each one. You're limited to a small set of pre-built funds. You pick the best fit, and the fund manager, Vanguard, BlackRock, etc., they're the ones that call the shots, and they decide how to spread your money. Problem number two, they don't do this work for free. All ETFs will charge a management fee, a percentage-based fee. So as your portfolio grows, your fees grow as well. And this isn't a one-time fee. No, these are annual fees that you pay every single year. Well, that's where Questrade steps in with custom indexing. Instead of sticking to those preset bundles and paying that annual fee, you can create your own ETF, customize it exactly how you want, and you avoid those management fees. You're the one making the ETF. You're the one picking the stocks. You're doing the work, so you don't have to pay any fees. Guys, I couldn't believe it when I heard this. I had to ask so many follow-up questions to make sure I wasn't misunderstanding. But guys, this is huge. A level of customization and control that I've never seen before. Here's an example. I invest heavily in the S&P 500, the 500 largest companies in the US. But I don't like all of these companies, and I wish I could avoid some of them. Personal choice, but I don't want to own shares of weapons manufacturers. I'm not saying they're bad investments. Believe me, when there's a war, Raytheon and Lockheed Martin, they make good money. But I don't want any part of that. For all these years, I couldn't do anything about it. It was out of my control. But now, with custom indexing, I can create my own ETF that literally mirrors the S&P 500, but I can customize it. I can remove the companies that I don't want and keep the rest. I'll have to think of a good name. S&P 496 doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, but the fact that I have this level of control, I can decide exactly where my money goes and where I don't want my money going, plus I avoid those recurring management fees. This is a dream come true. Well done, Questrade. I cannot wait to use it in early 2026. Honestly, there's more, but I can't cover everything. I hope you guys share my excitement for these upcoming changes. I've said this before, but there has never been a better time for an investor in Canada. The tools we have today compared to a decade ago when I started, it's night and day. And if you want to get started with Questrade, use my referral link below to sign up. And you'll get a $50 cash bonus when you deposit at least $250. And stay tuned for more updates. I can't wait for 2026. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next episode of The Canadian in a T-Shirt. Bye guys.